Yes, Lord Vader.
My master, I have tracked Admiral Harkov to a rebel space installation.
I want Admiral Harkov captured alive. We must apprehend all the traitors under his command.
I will see to it personally.
Do not fail me, Vader. Harkov's fleet must not escape.
All is prepared at Endor for the upcoming battle. I have ensured that the rebels are unaware of the true operational status of the new Death Star. Even now, the rebels are gathering their forces at Sullust for the strike on Endor. Little do they know the fate that awaits them.
Excellent. It is time for me to travel to Endor to oversee the final destruction of their pitiful rebellion. All is as I have foreseen. Victory will be ours.
Now the Emperor's reach.
Hello. Good evening. Hopefully you can hear me. Excellent. I made a little change to the audio input capture, so hopefully there's less mouth and breathing noises, you know, that kind of stuff. So let me know. Bit self-conscious about that. There's an echo. Is it a bad echo? Now I have to listen to myself. Now I have to listen to myself. Seems alright. Okay. Good. Excellent. Alright, well, I'm going to resume what I've been doing the last couple of streams, which is Battle... Yep. Excuse me. Battle 11, Mission 5. Last time, I was really struggling to get a couple of jump to conditions to work, so when I arrived, I wanted some fighters to attack, and I wanted these ships to jump out. And I spent better part of that live stream trying to figure out why that didn't happen, but we eventually got there. I would have to mention that I was a little bit drunk during that live stream, and I'm also, again, having a little rum and coke this evening as I do some mission work with you lovely people. So, I think what's currently happening is we jump in, we get intercepted by these fighters, and these guys jump out before we can do much. Currently in tie advance, and I'm happy with that. I wanted to see how soon do they actually jump out. I think I was fairly happy with that, but I'm going to probably just load up the mission and double check that I'm happy with the speed at which they jump out. So let's have a quick look. So how are you all on this lovely Friday evening? Afternoon, so presumably you're in the US. Afternoon, so presumably you're in the US. Oops. Nice. As you may or may not know, I'm in Finland, so it's already nearly 9 o'clock here, PM. Let's see if we can race to these guys before they jump, because I'm kind of umming and erring if I want any inspection goal for these. Yeah, the gun platforms are horribly overpowered, and I haven't fixed that. Oh, no. Never mind. Okay, they're jumping up before I get there. I'm going to try that again. Be a bit quicker. Something's going on there with the gun platforms. They are already firing at their own forces. I'll have to fix that. Probably a protect order for something. Nope. Doesn't matter how fast I am, I cannot inspect them. Okay. Well, we'll have to think about that. Alright. First off, let's see why the gun platforms are firing on their own forces. Region 2, patrol and attack Imperials. Well, that tracks. Why would you fire on your own forces then? Unless some are not Imperial. Okay. Am I missing something? Okay, they should then perhaps fire back if they're fired upon, so perhaps these guys are firing on them? What global group are you? You are global group 4. Global group or craft when non-player. That should be and, not or. Okay, that's probably why then. And. That's correct. That's correct. Correct. So that's probably why. Let's try that again. Okay, let's have a look. See if they're firing. No, we're good now. Good. Okay, that's good. Right. So we have these guys engage us. We're going to need to go to the next stage. Also, I want to reduce... Oh, they're already on officer. Yeah, they're still stupidly powerful. Okay. Let's see. What am I looking for? I am looking for workspace editor. I might have to use an older tool here, but let's see. So we want gun platform. Is it this one? I think so. Large gun emplacement. Because I think gun platform's a different thing. It's a smaller version. Because GW is warhead. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right one. So let's have a look at weapons. Oh, okay. It's a separate thing. Yeah, gun pad. $156. Okay, so 156. No, okay. I must be looking at the wrong ID then. Where are you? Space, gun pad A. This is loading other things as well. Okay, I must be too far back then. Oh, this is irritating. Laser ion battery, gunpowder warhead, homing mine. Should be there. And yet it's not. Okay, what about here? Is the ID? No. You're really going to make me go and use the older program, aren't you? This program needs a search function. Oh, it's annoying. Combat, escape, assault transport. These are all containers. Okay, this looks like it's doing it in order of where they are in the list. And the platforms. Radar, Corvette, neutral zone, asteroid. Gunpad, gun wire, gun platform, cube. Huh. Maybe it's actually these, it's just what they're called. Curious. Okay, let's go to the old program here and see if that gives me a bit more information. Yes, because that doesn't exist anymore, so we need to give you a new location. Go to games. Restart. Oh, yeah, because I have the game running. It doesn't like it when I do it. Because the exe file, it needs to write to the exe file, so if it doesn't like it otherwise. Alright. 197, large gun emplacement. What's your OPT? Your OPT is gunpad TFTC. No, that can't be it. Oh, what a quandary. What a quandary. Tell I haven't actually messed with this one for quite a long time. So you're called this, but you don't tell me what the... Alright. Okay. I have to find the model now. Yes, I don't use Allied anymore. I very rarely use Allied. I use Yogmi nowadays for mission editing. What I'm actually doing right now is using different tools to find certain things. So, gunpad TFTC is this. Okay, right. This is what I'm looking for. Gunpad TFTC. So, it's here somewhere. There you are. Right. And after all that, I can do nothing here. Or I have to go here. No, that's not going to help. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it from this, I think. This is gunpad THC. Okay. Lasers fire, but more often. Right, so I think, I'm hoping, if I set this slider up here, they will not fire as often. I could be wrong though. It might be that B-Man's going to have to look at this. So let's relaunch. Actually, did I write that? Right. Okay, let's try again.
Running time.
Yeah.
Oop, didn't mean to play that. That's much better. Okay. Okay, so they're not insanely powerful now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to wait for you to finish, thank you. Let's bring it down a bit. And I'll be happy with that. Good. So that fixes that problem. Okay, so we have 6 tie advanced. I don't think 6 tie advanced is going to be enough here. So let's add in some assault gunboats, perhaps. Actually, no. What I'm going to do first is play the mission and see how 6 tie advance get on with what we've currently got. So we'll do some actual combat. Right. Let's have a look. Ooh. Okay, there we go. We've got incoming. You're the ones gunning for me. How are you not dead? Of course they have shields. Completely forgot I've got added shields to them. Because Zarin has added shields to his regular ties. Only slightly more durable. But enough that they present just a slightly bigger threat. Okay, now we're going platforms. Okay, so far so good. Ow, ow, ow. So now we at least have a window where we can shoot them and not get completely killed in one go. There we go. How many of our guys are alive? Ow. They're still pretty nasty though. Gonna need a bit of a longer lead up. So I actually have greater range than them, which is a benefit, so I can just move out to greater range and then shoot them at a distance. That seems to be the best strategy. Dead. Dead. Okay, those tie advance don't do anything yet. Alright, that's on normal difficulty, and there are 3 of us left. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. They do indeed hit hard. Alright. Okay, that's good, that's good. I'm happy with that. Could be an issue on hard difficulty. I'm not sure everyone... Oh, hit my microphone. I'm not sure everyone's going to survive on hard difficulty. Are we on top ace or... Yeah, I might kick that up to Jedi. Or super ace. Allied calls this Jedi. Yogmi calls this super ace. But yeah, this is not too bad. I think with a bit of better piloting skill, you can save your wingman, maybe some better order management. But yeah, I think what we will do is give you a possible reinforcement request. Let's make this 2. We'll give them assault gunboats. Give you 6 assault gunboats as possible reinforcements. Alright, first off, you're going to start in Region 2. Your arrival conditions are 100% of Team 1 must be reinforced, and we'll give you a 30-second delay. We'll call these guys Row. I think gunboats Row tend to be the most common named reinforcements. Close the map a second. Shift them up to the top. And then we need to give them a point to come in from. So I think they'll come in from a similar point to ours, so that makes logical sense. Keeps it consistent. Maybe just a little bit further forward, but they'll still have to actually get to us if we're in the middle of a fight. You're coming up at an angle right now. That's fine. So we need to activate your waypoints. In region 2, order 1, region 2. There we go. Let's hide this so they don't get in the way. Okay, hide all of these. Turn wireframes off because it's really laggy. All right. Who are these guys? Right. Let's have them facing up. Oh, interesting. Let's put you up then. And you guys too. Who are you? You're platform 6. That's fine that you're down there. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we got reinforcements. Next thing is to plan the second phase, which will be, I think, bringing in some assault transports and regular transports. Let's see, or just maybe assault transports. Let's think about this. Region 2, put your start point over here so you're out of the way. Oop. Okay, assault transports. Here. How many structures have we got? We've got the platform and comms relay and 2 manufacturing facilities. So 4 assault transports at least needed. We'll call you Omega. So your arrival conditions will be 100% of global group 4 and 5, I think. Must be destroyed. And really? Interesting. Why is that not copy pasting? Okay, there we go. And then we'll change that to group 5. And let's say 15-second wait. Alright, and then we're going to give them orders to capture. Order. We're in region 2, aren't we? Good. So order to board to capture. Docking time. I think 25. Interesting thing. This docking time. This applies to wait time as well. If you set it to 1 to 20 each, from 1 to 20 it counts as basically 1 second each. When you go to 21 though, it starts counting it as 5 seconds intervals, which is kind of annoying sometimes, but There is a maximum limit as well. 255 is the maximum, so 24 minutes and 50 seconds is the maximum possible wait time or docking time you can have. I guess 256 basically is the maximum there. So I'm thinking at the moment about a minute or two. So we're going to have a bit of a lull period. And then now I need to figure out how to, because I know how I want this to go. But this might actually be the tricky bit in how to actually script what I'm about to do. And I think it's going to have to come down to specific timing. And I'm thinking actually, rather than 100%, this should be 75%. Because they're still going to have to come in and fly to their target, but I don't want to take too long. So let's do that. Let's then make sure they are going where they should be. Okay, map needs updating. You are starting within 2. Okay, good. We'll have them start a bit closer. These guys can at least defend themselves pretty well. And we'll enable their waypoints. I'm going to have to give all our wingmen and the assault gunboats a bit more complex waypoints so that they at least have a patrol path when they're waiting. Otherwise, they're just going to bugger off into hyperspace probably, which I don't want, but that's okay, we'll worry about that later. Alright. Your cargo will be stormtroopers. Alright, so board capture. Now I need to give you assignments of what you're going to capture. So you're going to capture platform 6. You'll do this one. You'll do this one. And you'll do this one. Okay. Let's hide all this for a moment. The platform's quite far away. I might change this a little. Okay, so I also need to give them some names, otherwise I'm gonna... Let's make you Global Unit 5 for now. So you're going for the platform, you're going for... So you should really be down at the bottom. You two... Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So that should be good. Alright, okay. So you're now going to capture those platforms. Now I have to figure out how to do this. So what I want to happen is for these facilities to basically self-destruct. Later. Self-destruct, self-destruct. Self-destruct, there we go. Delay time. I guess the best way to do this is by the proximity command, potentially. And then again, maybe not. Then again, maybe not. Alright, I need to do some tests first. Let's... nope, wrong one. As always, do feel free to ask me questions, or chat with me. Always happy to chat back. Yeah, we can deal with these loading times one day. Something just... Oh, okay. 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 That didn't go quite to plan. Okay. They all self-destructed immediately because, as far as they're concerned, there were no Imperials to attack because I hadn't arrived in the region yet. So they just decided to self-destruct. So let's do this as patrol waypoints instead. There are no waypoints for them to patrol, so that should do the job. Okay. Let's do this. Get out of my way then. Okay. And they immediately entered hyperspace. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. So, you can see in the bottom left, the assault transports arrived, and then immediately buggered off. Yay. I see why. Okay. Oh, there's no dockings here. So, this has to be at least one. Alright. Also, I don't like their arrival conditions. I think what we'll do here is this. So they'll arrive, because it seems that what's going to happen is you'll engage the fighters, destroy them, and then you engage the gun platforms, which will take another couple of minutes to deal with at least. So that will give them time to arrive and get close enough. Okay, that's sorted at least. So I want to do this. Thinking. Well, the waypoint should actually kind of tell me what the distance is. So let's put you here. Let's turn wireframes on. And no, I'm going to continue with that current thought. So you're Omega 2. Okay. Omega. No. No. No, 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 no. You go here. You go here. Okay, so 1 minute 13, 1 minute 46. 1 minute 46, 1 minute 27. Okay. So 1 minute 30. That's fine. 24. 1 minute 32. Okay. So they all should arrive to capture their facilities in relatively the same kind of time. That's good. So really now all I need to do is set a certain condition. And I'm not sure how to do that. So sometimes when we get creative in how we want to do certain conditions and triggers, we tie them to a different object, because there are limitations on what we can actually do with the triggers and conditions. So what I'm trying to do here, the idea is here we'll engage the initial static defenses and local defense forces, kill them. These guys will come in to capture these facilities because they're basically producing fighters for Zarin, technologically advanced fighters for Zarin. There's a comms relay here, so that could be valuable for intel. But what I'm trying to sell here is that Zarin already knows that we're coming and has already prepared a response. And the idea is that once these guys dock, all these stations basically self-destruct. The thing is, I'm kind of limited here. So I can give them an order to self-destruct. I can give them a jump to condition, so you skip to this order to self-destruct when this condition is true. However, the problem with skip to order conditions is there's no timer. I can't say skip to this order when it's true, but also after this amount of time has elapsed. So this is where we kind of had to get creative. I'm trying to think there's a good example that I can show. Let's see, I think I've done something like this for the new prologue mission I added in 1.3. So this is the one we launched from Sky Strike Academy. So if you've played Battle Zero Mission 5, when you go to Sky Strike Academy, when you go to the Communal sector, which is Region 2, you have all these freighters and whatnot. You're flying a shuttle. This platform suddenly has a bunch of explosions happening around it. And also you're forced to stay in formation. This mission I had to really think about because I really wanted to box the player into a certain area. I didn't want them flying off in certain directions. So for one thing, there's a fail condition. If you go too far away from this group, or at least one of these group, you fail the mission. It's about 1.5 kilometers, I think. But I had to be creative in keeping you in that box until this event happens. So if I zoom into this a little bit, let's turn this off a second. Right. There's the platform. I'm going to hide the platform. GR15, I think. Hide. Actually, no, let's just fade. You can see that there's several other flight groups called Bomb. These are basically invisible flight groups. They're rather invisible. They're invisible models. There is no physical model here that you can see. It's just a blank OPT. OPT being the file model, and they're quite large. They're kind of Corvette-sized blank OPTs. And the reason for that is that when they self-destruct, they create a large visual explosion, and also increases the splash damage that they do when they explode. So these are set to go off at a certain time. And then that breaks it goes to the next goal condition, and you're free to move about as you will. But before that point, you're kind of, as I said, you're stuck in a box for a little while. And I believe I tied it to an assault gunboat that comes in. Let's find the gunboat in question. It's somewhere here. Just need to find it. There we go, Gun Tower 1. That's just below the bombs, so it's here. So if we look at that gold, so the goal to stay in formation is tied to an assault gunboat. It's strange. Okay, so let's look at the conditions of this assault gunboat. This assault gunboat arrives when the player arrives in Region 2. and the shuttle Lavar, which is part of your flight group, also arrives in Region 2. Let's look at the orders in Region 2. So the assault gunboat will circle. Let's turn that on. Selected flight groups only. Where is it? So the assault gunboat's here. It has a very long waypoint over here, but I think... Let's have a look. Yeah, throttle 0. So it'll arrive and it just sits there. It doesn't do anything. The reason I kind of put it there, I mean, most people, I'd say the vast majority of people are just not going to notice this gunboat amongst all the other traffic and all the other ties. So I thought it was nice to just shove it there. So it has an order to circle. Then there's 2 jump to conditions here. One is to go home. That means basically it flies off into hyperspace. If we look at that, a jump to condition, 100% of Global Group 5 must arrive. Global Group 5 is the X-Wings. So what we're saying here is that as long as you stay in formation, or at least stay within a certain distance, everything goes smoothly, the bombs here start detonating, and that then triggers that these X-Wings will then arrive, which then triggers the assault gunboat to leave the area, which completes this goal. Well, I say completes this goal. This goal can't be triggered. So the assault gunboat has a specific goal to not be destroyed. Once they leave the area and despawn, they can't be destroyed. Therefore, the goal is complete. And it's fine. All good. However, if we jump to the third order, which is to self-destruct, any of Shuttle Grigor, so basically the player, must not be within 1.5 kilometers of Shuttle Lavar 2. So basically, if you go straight outside of 1.5 kilometers of that shuttle, this has an order to self-destruct, which then basically means this goal happens. It's a prevent goal. The prevent goal to be destroyed, and then it's just a visual thing that, you know, you stay in formation, you fail to stay in formation. The ship's destroyed, you fail to stay in formation, the ship ends, the mission ends. That is an example of, and I hope you followed all that, for me ranting the last few minutes, but that is an example of how we get creative in trying to get things to go as I want them to go. And it took a lot of trial and error to do that, because what I initially found was that all I tried to do was a fail condition that... The fail condition was basically, if you go outside of this distance, the mission fails. And what I found out is that the proximity condition order doesn't work properly as a goal. I actually found this out in the first order of this mission. So if we go to Region 1, when you start at Sky Strike Academy, your first order is to join the formation of shuttles and transports, right? That's actually tied to a nav buoy, which is up here somewhere. But I found if the order was to, or the goal was specifically, the goal will be completed once you get in range of this nav buoy. Once you went out of range of the nav buoy, so you got in range, the goal would complete, great. Then when you went out of range, the goal would uncomplete, and it would go back to being unresolved. And that's a new thing I found. And so I had to think of a way to get around it. But yeah, long story short, that's an example of creative conditions, triggers, and goal conditions in order to get a heavily scripted mission to go the way I want it to. So yeah. Hopefully that was kind of interesting for you to listen to. So now I have to basically think about this for this kind of mission. This is again a scripted sequence where I want these guys to, okay, we're going to board the ship, but then those structures are going to be destroyed, and we'll kill these guys along with it. We lose our access to this, but then another ambush happens. So now I have to think about how am I going to accomplish this and get the conditions and triggers to work. I don't think this is going to be nearly as complex as what I just showed you, but it's not just as straightforward as you jump to self-destruct order when this happens. So, yes. Okay, I need to go and get another drink. I shall be right back. And I am back. Ryan L, thank you very much. Tiago, thank you. I assume you're talking about the prologue mission. And TK41, why aren't you at your post? Okay. So, let's think about this. So, in this case, I've given them a waypoint to go here. This is just reference for me, so at maximum speed, they should all kind of arrive at the same point at the same time. This kind of means they're coming haphazardly, but at the moment, this is how I want to do it. That's fine, though. So we've got to account for maybe an extra 5 seconds. No, 10 seconds. They arrive in hyperspace, takes a few seconds for them to drop out. Then a second or two for them to cut to their orders and get up to speed. So 5 to 10 seconds there. So they're about 1 minute 40 seconds, roughly. So... there's also something else to consider here, and that's their actual docking maneuvers. Because docking itself can take time. Because the AI will slow down and then maneuver itself to a position where it will dock with the craft that they want to dock with. So let's move them up. I might move this down a little. Okay, that's good. And then I think what I'll do is tie this to the arrival of reinforcements. Zarin reinforcements. So, you will arrive when 100% of flight group, well, let's say global group in this case. So we need to give these guys a global group. That's global group 1, your global group 3, 4. There is no global group 2, so I'm going to give you global group 2. So, 100% of global group 2 must have arrived. The good thing about arrival and departure conditions is that they do have a timer, whereas the jump to conditions do not have a timer. This is why this is kind of annoying, but at least here for the arrival conditions, I've got some leeway here. So, assuming it takes about 1 minute 30 seconds plus, so let's say about 2.5 minutes, I'd say. Just thinking narratively, because self-destruct order is given. Narratively, from an in-law or in-universe perspective, I'm thinking of some sort of remote detonation. So the ships arrive, they send a signal which initiates the detonations of all 4 stations. So initially we just want a couple of ships to arrive. When the detonations happen, I think then the reinforcements can arrive and then you're in a fight, a heavy fight. I think that will work. So we'll start with just, in fact, yeah, delete that. We'll start with just 1 ship. Do I want it to be a TIE Advanced or something else? That's the question. I think a single TIE Advanced will do for now. You don't need shields and hyperdrive. You've already got shields and hyperdrive. So, 100% global group 2 will arrive 2 minutes 30 seconds. Great. And you're up here. Let's put you at a distance. And give you a waypoint. Order 1, region 2. Good. I think initially it'll be a circle order. One loop of those circle orders, that's fine. And then we can go to attack. Although, no, we want to circle because we don't want him to just fight on his own. That would make no sense of him just to come out there and then attack with no backup. So we'll have him circle infinitely. And then there's a jump to condition when his mates arrive. So his mates will arrive when the self-destruct order is given, I think. I think what we'll do actually is change these maybe, I don't know. Will Zarin waste TIE defenders on this kind of operation? I think not. Let's keep them to TIE advance for now. Why are you showing up this? Okay, you are showing up the right color. Alright, that's fine. We'll have a squadron show up. That's more than a squadron, thank you. So 12 TIE advance show up. I'm wondering if we can just have at least one Corvette-sized ship show up as well. I think that would work. Although our TIE advance are not going to be enough to deal with that. This won't be a big mission. This is kind of a small mission at the end of the day. Because it will establish some foreshadowing for what we're going to face later. And also showcases how Zarin, at this point in the story, is still generally one step ahead of the game versus Thrawn. But we still want a bit of combat here without being completely overwhelmed. So I think we'll have a single... What do we think? Raider Corvette or a... I think we'll go for a Raider Corvette because I'm really enjoying the Raider Corvette as a ship type. It's a cool looking ship and I have a specific role for it in Reimagined. It's a very fast capital ship. I say capital ship. It's a Corvette sized ship, but it's classed as a starship, a capital ship. But generally when I've been using these ships, I've not been using them as normal capital ships, so they've been behaving more like fighters in how they move and maneuver. They also move a lot quicker than most other capital ships because, to be fair, they've got a big fuck-off engine on them. I'll show the model quickly. Raider Corvette. So yeah, I don't actually remember when I think this was Star Wars Squadrons which introduced this ship. I don't know. I'm going to quickly look this up. Behind the scenes. Created by Fantasy Flight Games as an additional component of their X-Wing miniature games. Game was first announced on the company website 2014. Okay, so fair enough. I know they show up in Star Wars Squadrons. Pretty sure they do. Oh, that's Legends I'm looking at. So let's look at canon. As far as Disney canon goes, the ship officially returned to canon in the novel Thrawn in 2017, which I assume is Timothy Zahn. Yep, Timothy Zahn. Wreckage in The Force Awakens resembles a Raider class. Okay. They're in Battlefront 2, Starfighter. Okay. So, as far as Disney canon goes, they officially returned in 2017. Anyway, point being, I like this ship. It looks suitably Imperial, and it's got this big fuck-off engine on it. So, to me, this is a ship that has a lot of speed. Not necessarily that maneuverable, but, yeah. This has come to me as in Reimagined as a great support ship for your fighter squadrons. So, that's the kind of goal I've been using for this ship. So I think both Zarin and Thrawn use them. In fact, Thrawn starts using these ships quite often because he sees how effective they are in terms of how Zarin uses them. And they're way better. Because a lot of the classic TIE Fighter uses the modified Corvette for the Imperials rather than the regular Corvette. But the modified Corvette tended to be the Imperial go-to for TIE Fighter, for like a small support ship. So yeah, we'll do that. As always, feel free to ask me questions, chat with me, whatever. Where's your waypoint gone? Oh, you're occupying the same space. Okay, fine. So you're going to come in. We'll have you this. And I guess if you're a whole squadron, at least one will be one. So that keeps it to 12. As far as I remember, a whole squadron is 12 ships. And that's what I've been sticking to as far as squadron sizes go. One, two, three, four. Get closer. Alright, that should do it. That looks good. Alright, we've got our reinforcements. You need to be on the correct team. Right. Orders. Region 2. You'll just go straight to attacking targets. Give you concussion missiles. I think it's only a veteran for that. I'm going to give these guys chaff just to make it difficult. Right, arrival conditions. So you arrive. So we're going to change this condition to, let's cancel this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's global group 3. So 100% of global group 3 must be destroyed. Okay. Now I've done a lot of work here without testing. So how far away are you? What's your 151? So the Corvette will arrive a little bit later. I can't actually remember what the default speed I gave the Raider Corvette. Let's have a look. Default speed is 60. Relatively quick. We'll put him a bit further forward, I think. That doesn't help. Why are you so off the grid? And the Raider Corvette is way off. That should be there. Let's put him a bit lower. Like that. Good. Alright, so now we need the scout to do some circling before that happens. So, scout, give you some extra waypoints. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I need to hide everything else. So you arrive, and then you just start circling. Just a basic order. So that they don't get too far away from their friends. Alright, let's double check that I've got everything going here. So you're going to arrive when Global Group 2 have arrived. Global Group 2 are the assault transports. The assault transports will go and capture their things. And you will arrive around 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, so once that happens, you will self-destruct. So we need the jump 2 condition, order 2, region 2, 100% of flight group. Okay. No. That's a sticking point. See, this is the problem with not having a timer. Because as soon as that flight group arrives, they'll self-destruct. Hang on, that said though, there is a delay condition, isn't there? Delay time. Alright, let's try this. 15 seconds delay. Let's try that. Right, okay, let's go back to the condition. 100% of flight group. This one must have arrived. Great. So assuming that works, 15 seconds after they arrive, you jump to... as soon as they arrive, jump to this condition, but the delay time is 15 seconds. Also, we need to remove this self-destructing. I won't worry about that right now. Okay, as soon as that self-destructs, global group 3 must be destroyed. Let's just make sure there's no other global group 3s. Okay, these guys arrive. And they will attack Imperials. One more thing we need to do is give... Right, so I think circle and then attack targets. I have to think about that, but yeah, orders 100%. So order 3 100% of. We're going to need to give these guys a global group, aren't we? Let's give them global group 7. %, of global group 7 must have arrived. And attack targets global group 7 and ship type TIE Advance, and then we'll just have the Raider Corvette as a secondary, because I want our guys to focus on the TIE Advance, not the Raider Corvette. And then order 2, we're gonna need some extra waypoints. God, this is going to be annoying. I think rather than wasting too much time on that right now, let's unhide. Daggers 1 to 3, okay. Okay. All right. I think now's the time to do a test, because I've done a lot of stuff here, and this is probably not going to work at the same time straight away. So let's do that. Very quiet in chat today. No one has anything to say? You're welcome, Tiderian. 25. Oh, God. That's not the correct button. What kind of work are you doing, Eric? Nice. I think a lot of us who do this kind of work, modding gaming, tend to be in tech-based jobs. I pressed again. Okay. Do not press space to end mission. Gotta wait for that mission, that to go away before I can press space to enter hyperspace. There we go. Oh, wrong button. The alcohol's starting to have an effect, guys. So I myself have been, well, I spent at least 16, 17 years as an IT support technician. First for an independent company, then just working for myself for a few years. Then I moved to Finland, and then I finally got a job here. Now I'm a senior specialist for an EV driver platform. Well, I say EV driver. EV platform companies, so electric vehicles. So the company I work for manages charging stations across the whole of Europe, which is a completely different field, but it's interesting. Not the exact field I want to work in, but, you know, it's a job, it pays the bills, and it pays them relatively well. Let's call for reinforcements, because I want to do this quickly. My guys are doing a good job. Assault gunboats have arrived, so this is at least a good test if the reinforcements work as intended. In fact, I know they're not going to work, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, I didn't give the reinforcements any orders, so they're just sitting there. Okay, whatever. Never mind. My flying abilities have degraded a bit, thanks to the rum. Come on. 2 of my wingmen are dead. I seem to have taken some damage at some point. Alright, there we go. Indeed. All you need to do is show up, job done. My work is done. You asked me to show up, I showed up. What more do you want from me? I hope I'm invincible. I'm kind of flying this as if I'm invincible. Yeah, I'm invincible. I'd be dead by now. So let's just get rid of these things. Have the assault transports arrived yet? They have not. Alright. Still no sign of the assault transports, which is a bit worrying. Wait. Omega. There they are. Okay. Now we have to wait for them to do their thing, so let's speed up time. God, I love this ability. Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. How is Omega 5 destroyed? Oh, I understand why. The platform is firing weapons. Okay. Well, nah. Worry about that later. Yeah. There we go. They've blown up. Everything so far is proceeding as in, well, most of the part. Now we have enemy ships. I think I forgot to give this guy a jump to condition. Where's the raider corvette? Oh, it doesn't have an icon. Need to fix that. You can see here it doesn't have a map icon, so it's blank. Alright. Good. So we got the basics of triggers going down. Hang on. There's too many Omegas coming in. Alright, well that's one problem. Alright, well, I would say that's 80% successful. It seems that doesn't make sense. So you saw Omega 5, 6, 7, and 8 arrive, but there's only one. Huh. Gonna have to figure that out for the next time, I think. Still, we've progressed quite far with this mission now. We've got a decent amount of gameplay now, at least phase 1, phase 2. I'm not sure it's particularly interesting yet, but we're on the way to making this mission quite fleshed out. So I'm quite happy with that. Alright, I'm going to cut the stream off there, because I'm going to go chill for a bit before I go to bed. Thank you for those people who have joined me this evening. I might do this again next week, I don't know, let's see. Thanks to me having a new house and a new room, I can do streams more often, but yeah, let's see how things go. But otherwise, thank you very much for joining me this evening. And do check out, also, I just posted a new video with me and Lorne talking about Star Trek games. If you're interested, go take a look at that. Otherwise, yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you very much.